Alright, I'm going to make a quick video on a 3/6 pattern using a dominant flat 9 chord. Dominant flat 9 meaning that the chord's going to have a flat 7 and it's also going to have a flat 9. Alright, so what I'm going to start with is showing you that the way I like to build dominant flat 9 chords is with diminished chords. A fully diminished chord, and a fully diminished chord has a 1 relative to the scale. It has a flat 3. It also has a flat 5 and a double flat 7. So the chord I'm going to look at is a B flat diminished chord. So here's a B flat major chord here. It's going to have a B flat, a D, and an F. Relative to the B flat scale, that's a 1, a 3, and a 5. And then I'm going to put a 7 in there. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so here's my 7, 5, 3. So that right there is a B flat major 7. So in order to play a B flat fully diminished chord, I'm going to have to lower my third and flat it. So my 3, flat it. All right. Then I'm going to take my 5 and flat it. Then I'm going to double flat my 7. So here's the flat. That makes it a half diminished. And then double flat makes it fully diminished. So a 1, flat 3, flat 5, double flat 7. All right, so that right there is a B flat diminished chord. I can invert that and go from B flat diminished, fully diminished, D flat fully diminished, E fully diminished, and also G fully diminished. And then if I go back, I'm back to B flat fully diminished. So there you can see that there are 4 fully diminished chords within inside one chord if I invert. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So now, in order to get a dominant flat 9, instead of playing a B flat bass, I'm going to go up a whole step and play a C bass. And by going a whole step up from my B flat, now this becomes a C7 flat 9 because I have a flat 7 in the C scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Flat it. There's my B flat. I also have my 3. 1, 2, 3. I also have a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have a flat 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there's my 9 flatted, the D flat. So there's my D flat, which is a part of the original chord we were talking about, a B flat fully diminished. So by playing a full B flat full diminished over C, it gives me a C7 flat 9. My flat 7, flat 9, 3, 5. And these chords resolve very nicely to a 6 if I were thinking relative to a major key. So if I were thinking A flat, the key of A flat, 1, 2, 3. So the 3 of A flat is C. I can play this C7 flat 9 and resolve to an F minor 9. Or so basically what I'm going to do is B flat major, B flat fully diminished chord. And then I'm going to resolve to an A flat major 7. A flat, C, E flat, and a G. So this A flat major 7 has a 1 relative to the A flat scale, a 3, a 5, and a major 7 on the top. So my major 7 relative to the A flat scale is going to be G. So by playing this B flat diminished over C, and then moving my left hand to an F bass, all right, so really nice sound. And then my left hand, I just kind of filled it out with a 1, 5, and a 9. So that's a really cool sound, basically a 3/6 progression relative to the major key. And you'll hear that sound a lot. So if I'm here, all right, so if I wanted to take this progression where we're on the A flat and I wanted to go to the 3, the C7 flat 9, resolve to the 6, which would be my F, but then I want to go to the 2 of A flat. The 2 of A flat is B flat minor, okay? But if I treat B flat minor like its own 6, F is also the 3 of D flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So B flat is the 3 of 6. Now some folks would say, why are you calling them different numbers. I like to practice these patterns, the same pattern in all 12 keys, so then when I need to pull that pattern out, I can use it on different progressions. So in other words, I would play 3-6 in A flat. I can also play a 3-6 in the key of D flat. All right. So therefore, when I play that F, a whole step down, I can play E flat fully diminished, E flat, G flat, A, and C over an F bass. And that'll get me to, and I'll move from there to a D flat major 7 in my right hand over a B flat bass, you know, and I can play a B flat, F, and C. All right. So now the reason I did that is because I knew originally I was in A flat and I wanted to go from the C7 flat 9 to the F minor 9, and then I'm going to turn my F minor 9 into an F7 flat 9 to get me to the B flat. So it starts out like this. All right, especially if I'm in the key of A flat. All right, and so I basically did a 3-6 pattern to get me to F. Now I did another 3-6 pattern as if I were in D flat to get me to the 2 of A flat. Now I know sometimes the key centers can get kind of trippy and can get confusing, but for me, I'm not saying this is the way to do it. It's just for me, I like to practice the same pattern or progression in all 12 keys so that I can get used to navigating around to any minor chord. And that means if I were in the key of A flat and I wanted to go to C minor, well, C minor is the 6 of E flat, and then I can go to a G7 by playing an F7, F fully diminished over G. So what I'll do is I'm going to go in A flat to the C7 flat 9 to the F minor 9. Now playing the F7 flat 9 to the B flat minor 9. So then I did the G7 flat flat 9 to the E flat to the C minor 9. All right. So I'm doing the same progression, but I'm using it within A flat to get different sounds. So anyway, I have a handout on that. If you might be interested in seeing how to navigate from dominant 7s with a flat 9 on the 3 to 6, hit me up and I'll see if I can create a table for you and get that to you ASAP. But again, practice that 3-6 pattern, and by simply getting that dominant 7 flat 9, play the root. You can play fifths as you want to, and then go a whole step down and play full diminished. And that'll give you a flat 7, flat 9 with a 3 and a 5. All right, really cool sound. So, all right, hope that gives you some cool ideas about 3-6s. All right, dominant 7, flat 9 on the 3 to any minor derivative that you like, minor 9, minor 7, minor 11. All right, have a great evening.